What go on again, merge fans? There again, you know, with another vlog, you know. Oh, there, you know, and J there, you know, ojmerge, you know.
Yes, guys, we're back again. I know y'all love how this consistency has been. Like, we've been getting them out there, you know. I'm proud of us.
Most definitely.
And it's mainly because we love you guys. We try to be consistent. We know that you guys are living your life. Life happens fast, and you need this content. So we are doing our absolute best to get it to you on time.
You guys mean a lot to us, so you know, we get it up and running.
Absolutely. So tonight, guys, we are here to discuss the very, very highly sought after question: how to break up with your Jamaican man. Now, again, and as we often try to reiterate, this can apply to any man. It does not have to be a Jamaican man. It can be a Caribbean man, Chinese man, American man, African man, man from Mars. The point is, we want you guys to have the tools you need to succeed, and this is something that you guys wanted to know.
Why is it important to break up though?
Some breakups can actually be life-threatening. Some breakups can be catastrophic. You know, if you've been in a relationship for years and then one person decides to end it, it can be devastating for the other person. So on one end, you might want to approach it without making it too hard on the other person, and then on another person might be just genuinely concerned about their own well-being. Like, how do I get out of this relationship without putting myself in danger?
Getting out of a relationship is just as important as getting into a relationship?
It can be, absolutely. I think that when you get into a relationship, right, yes, you need to take very serious precautions. Because this is a life-altering decision that you're making when you choose to invest your time and your energy into another human being.
Okay.
Also, when you leave a relationship, you know, you want to do it delicately if you can. Now, that's not always feasible.
Is it easier for a guy to break up with a female or a female to break up with a guy?
I think more often than not, women do the breaking up.
Okay.
So that would tell me that it's easier for women to do it. However, if you look into the fact that women are getting murdered for ending relationships, women are getting assaulted, women are getting, you know, their names and their reputations dragged through the mud after ending a relationship. Now, that's the byproduct of breaking up with a person. A man is more difficult than, I would say, probably the byproduct of breaking up with a female. But in general, I think women have an easier time with it because you guys, y'all don't break up with women. Y'all just stop talking to us, or we just find out that y'all got somebody else.
So you're saying it's no, when it comes down to guys, there's no official way of doing it?
I don't think so. I don't know why it's so hard for guys to break up with women, or why y'all try to avoid that. And I don't mean to say y'all. In general, why guys.
Well, as my wife, can I give you a little insight and for the viewers?
Please.
Some guys consider the female as a trophy, and no matter what, that's their trophy. So
rather than ending it, you rather unofficially end it by maybe creating distance, but you don't want to officially end it because you might still want to go back, backpedal and dibble and dabble.
And in the female world, a female will have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 exes. And you will, you know, if you notice it, a female would never really see her ex. A lot of females won't see their ex and say, I used to be with that guy, or I used to be with that guy. A female will walk past a dude that she used to be with without even acknowledging that was an ex. For guys, it's totally different. You see somebody that you tapped or somebody that you was with, guys just feel like that's one of his trophies, so you're gonna say, I used to hit that, or I used to be with that. For females, it's different. For females, it's a little cringing for them just to say, I used to be with that guy, that's one of my exes. Unless it was an ex that made sense, that probably spent, you know, a certain amount of their life with, couple years with, then it will be acknowledged. But apart from that, they just kind of, y'all just kind of sweep it under the rug.
Okay, so we've established that guys have a hard time breaking up with women for very different reasons than women having a hard time breaking up with a man. A man has a hard time breaking up with a woman for personal reasons. He just wants to keep potentially her in a reservoir in case he needs to go back.
Yes.
But a woman might have a hard time breaking up with a man because she's genuinely concerned about the byproduct of breaking up with that man, whether it's going to be him slandering her name, you know, going over the top and maybe cursing her out or assaulting her or even ending her life, which has happened, unfortunately, far too many times. So for a woman that falls in that category, how do you break up with a man? How do you break up with a Jamaican man specifically? And then we can delve out into the generalization of it all.
Because...
And maybe it's easier to say how not to break up with a Jamaican man first.
Oh, it is. Well,
what not to do.
With a Jamaican man or a Caribbean man or probably any man in the whole, man doesn't take rejection that well, or they don't take breakups that well. So if you say it, especially when it comes down to a Caribbean man, so you know, some men will understand that if you say it's over, then it's over.
Right, and none of this applies to all Jamaican men, let's be clear.
No, it does not apply to all Jamaican men. You know, it just applies to, you know, Jamaican men, some Jamaican men. Telling a man that it's over sometimes doesn't go over that well.
Yeah.
A guy will hear you say, it's over, you know, I was done enough. Alright, this, you know, I'm done with this. And think to yourself, it's just your mouth moving. It's not over until he says this. Because guys are the dominant one inside the relationship majority of the time, and he feels like what he says goes. Especially if that man is the person that's providing, doing certain things, and just want to, you know, to use you majority of the time. Or because if he's a good man, it's not going to get to that point. But if he's a man that feels like, you know what, he's the dominant one inside this relationship, whatever he says goes, it doesn't go over like that all the time.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta get a restraining order. you gotta go to the police station. You gotta do all type of things, and these are things that happen in real life, not just, you know. But I would say, for the first part of it, if you really want to hop out of a relationship with a Jamaican or a Caribbean man, with some of them, mean what you say. Be serious about it. It's going to take a process. It's not just, oh, it's over and then that's what it is for a lot of them. It takes time. It takes for him to definitely know that, oh, she's serious. It's really over. Take little steps, but take serious steps. When you say it's over, make it be known. Be serious about it.
Let your actions reflect.
Let your actions reflect it. Don't be, you know...
Mixed signals are no.
No mixed signals. Don't make it seem like an uncertainty. It has to be factual. And you got to make it seem factual. You got to act like it's factual. So if I come to you and I say, hey, I know you say it's over, but I just want to talk to you. You got to shut that, even that conversation, you got to shut it down. Everybody know that in a relationship that conversation that leads, oh, we are over, you know, that's a conversation within itself.
Yeah.
While we're having that conversation, you're going to put your points across why you think the relationship should be over. No. Sometimes women will say the relationship is over and still give a man a chance again, but if you have, you know, ran over all your chances, you've used everything in the book, you have thrown all your little, you know, free chances out there for him and shit, it's still going bad, and it's that time you reach that crossroad of saying it's over, mean it.
Yeah. I think that is the core part of how to break up with a man, a woman, a Jamaican man, whomever. No mixed signals, because a lot of times people will say it's over, but your actions are saying something else. You're still being very responsive to calls and text messages.
And the moment you answer my call, you know what I'm going to say, and the moment I could talk to you and you hang up sounding uncertain what I'm going to say, she still want me, you know.
Right.
And the moment I feel like you still want me is the moment it's problems. Cause
problemo.
If we were in a relationship and I feel to myself like, okay, she said it's over, but she's still taking my phone calls and we still having conversations that, you know, sounds good, and I think you still want me, we have a problem. In my head, you're still mine. I'm still protective over you. If you even have a little guy friend or whatever it is, you're gonna have problems. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It ain't going down like that.
Right, and I think a lot of women find that flattering, to be honest. Like, a woman will say, you know, it's over, but they're still flattered by the fact that you still care, that you still are protective, that you're still checking for them. And that leads them to still send out those mixed signals that tell you that you still have a chance. And this is where you get in problems, because a person's emotions and their heart is not a toy. You know?
No.
People have done some wild things based off of temporary insanity. Once those emotions get out of control, it's no turning back. So once you send somebody those mixed signals, it's no longer in your hands.
Facts.
So, you know, you might think, oh, I told him it's over, but it's Thursday. I haven't gotten paid yet. I could take a hot meal from Red Lobsters. He treating. I'll go. No. Girl, you better... Where them noodles at?
Dangerous.
That been in the cabinet for 5 months.
That situation is dangerous.
Because you might think it's harmless, but it's sending a message to the person that they still have a chance.
Okay, let me ask you this question now. Why would a female want to end a relationship?
There's a lot of reasons. If a woman feels like a man is not ready for commitment, maybe she has issues with him cheating and stepping out on a regular basis. And then some women don't. Sometimes a man don't have to. Let's be clear. Let's not always put it on the man, guys. Sometimes the man is a good man. The woman just has not accepted her self-worth enough yet to appreciate that good man. So maybe she's still attracted to the bad guy, and she's thinking, oh, I'm done with him. He's too nice. He's too good. You know, that's not my type. I want this guy over here, Billy Badass.
So hold on. You're saying that sometimes a person who wants a breakup is not always the person that is the innocent one.
Right. The person that wants to break up is not always a victim.
It's not always the victim or the innocent one. That might be the problem. The person who wants to break up majority of the time might accept the fact that they're the problem.
Right.
And they
might.
It doesn't make no sense ruining a good man because where they're at in life at this point.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going. Okay. So okay. I was going somewhere where she wants to leave him because he's a good guy, and she's thinking maybe he's a square, or you know, that's just not my type. He ain't got no flavor.
No, I'm going to a...
But you're saying this is a genuine woman.
Yes.
That says, I'm not ready for this level of commitment. I'm not ready for this type of quality guy because I still have to work on myself.
Still have to work on the ratchetness. You know what though? I respect that woman.
Okay. Yeah.
I respect a woman that knows that she's still on the prowl, runs into a good man that wants to be in a committed relationship, wants something great out of that relationship, want to take things to a good level, and she can say to him, you know what, I'm not where you're at yet.
Yeah.
I'm still working on me, and I still, you know, got a lot of this street left in me. Let me do some things, let me get out there, let me live a little bit of life first, let me get a little bit of experience, let me do certain things. And by that time, if you don't find a good woman, or if you don't find somebody, then we could give it a shot again. I respect a woman like that.
How long should a woman
like
wait to have that dialogue though? Should you wait till you're already a year into a relationship with this man, or should it be in the early dating stages before the monogamy comes in? Or should or is there no time frame on it? It's just the moment she has that realization that she's not cut out for it.
The moment that man expresses to you what he wants, that's the right time to do it. You never want to disappoint a person that has been honest with you. If me and you, if we're dating for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, going in there, and one day I come to you like, you know what, we've been dating now for a while, and I want to take this relationship to the next level. I see the type of woman you are. I know that you got a little, you know, a couple of issues with you, you know, with commitment or whatever the situation is. But I think we can work on it together, and I think, you know, you can be the woman that I see you being. Let's take it up another notch. Let's move in together, or let's, you know, do something to prove commitment. And you, at that point, is the point that you relay that statement. You know what? I appreciate what we have. I appreciate where we got to, but I'm not there yet. I still got a little bit of street in me. I still want to do some things. I'm not ready for a commitment. You know, you gotta tell a man that type of thing. And it's vice versa. I think a man should do the same thing.
Right.
I think.
But too many people want to have their cake and eat it too.
It can't work like that, and that's why, you know, life is what it is. Because maybe that man would say, you know what? If you're not there yet, I appreciate you telling me that, and we could be the way we are until you get there. Sometimes a man won't fully walk away from you just because you're not ready for a commitment. And I think it's the same thing with a dude. As men, sometimes we are not ready for that commitment, but you find this bad chick that you feel to yourself, you know what, I'm going to sell her this dream so I could keep her in a notch. And I could get back to her, you know, whenever I want to. But if I got to sell her the right dream, I got to tell her I'm ready to be committed, I'm ready to do this, I'm ready to do that. And don't be honest. When you want to be out in the street,
robbery. When you do that is
when
robbery.
you want to be out in the street same way, and when you want to be out in the street doing what you're doing, but because she's a nice young woman that you really think in the back of your mind, I think I found a good woman right here, but I still want to be in the street. I might tell you, you know what, babe, or you know what, sweetheart, I'm not ready for commitment yet. I still want to knock some of these tats off in the street, or I still want to live, you know. I still want to be out there living for a little bit before I get to this commitment phase. And by me being honest, you never know. A female sometimes will see the honesty in you and say, I'm okay with that.
Yes, and let's speak on that a little bit, guys, because for guys and girls alike, if the opposite sex comes to you and say, this is what you want, this is not what I want, or this is not what I'm ready for, there is a category of people that will say, I'm fine with that, that works. But people have the misconception in their brain sometimes that they can change a person. So you may accept that this person is not ready, but then you have this little voice in your head saying, he or she's not ready now, but they'll be ready. Or I'm different, I could change them. And that's when you have to be accountable for your own shit. Because, you know, if a person tells you they're not ready for something and you're convinced that you can change them, and months down the line, you're resentful because this man or woman told you, you know, oh, I want to break up because this is not working. And you have convinced them that y'all don't need to break up because y'all can meet in the middle. But now, y'all still in the same place that y'all met at. You need to be accountable because you accepted that.
Situations sometimes work in that favor though. There's also situations whereby a guy will tell a female, I'm not ready for the commitment yet, I'm just out here doing what I'm doing. And she, you know, just be honest with her. And she will hear that and say, you know what? I know he needs me because I don't think the other people that he mess with really cares about him the way she do. And she will stick around in the shadows. Or stick around just the way she has been from in the beginning. And that guy will make a complete 360 and be like, you know what? You know, down the line he'll be like, you know what? I've been brutal honest with you and you stuck around. I think you're the woman that, you know.
Well, let me say this, because I want women to be really careful with this.
I understand. It doesn't happen a lot, and it's not something
and I hear what my husband is saying, and I want you ladies to hear what he's saying, but I also want you to take it with a grain of salt, because
please do.
You have to decide. You have to decide, and this goes back to accountability. If you're gonna be that woman that says, I'm gonna wait for this guy, be that woman that waits for that guy. And if it takes him 30 years to come to you and say, hey, I'm ready to let you know that you ain't the one. Don't be mad.
Exactly.
Because this is a choice, and life is about choices.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
So my advice to my fellow female race would be not to put yourself on hold for a man that's not ready.
Yeah.
Because life goes by like that.
Exactly.
Time is the only resource, one of the only resources that we do not get back. So if somebody feels that comfortable putting you on hold, you have to ask yourself, well, how much value do they really see in me? Because when you see something valuable, you don't put it on hold. Think of when you go shopping and you see a sale. You're not saying, I think I'll come back in 3 weeks and see if it's still here. No.
Right.
If you see the value in that dress and it's already heavily discounted, meaning that it's working in your favor to be able to afford that dress, and you're still saying, I'll come back in 3 weeks, that's saying you don't really see the value in it. So think of it in terms of that. If a guy feels comfortable enough putting you on hold, then he might not think you're that valuable. He might have another female in mind that he thinks is higher up on the priority
Or
list.
10 females in mind.
Or 10, you know? So
I'm just very, very factual. I'm just saying that I've seen it work.
And there's always the exception to the rule,
I've seen
or
it
the
work.
exceptions to the rule.
It works. It works. It all depends on your situation.
Yeah, but be careful with that.
Next question. How do you know when it's time to say this is it?
I say it's done when both parties are not willing to fight for it anymore. Because you have some instances where a person will walk away and they'll have their reasons for walking away, but the other party may be still willing to fight. The other party may still be willing to compromise, sacrifice, change, adapt, grow. And then I think in those instances, you will get a person that was walking away say, okay, this might be worth fighting for. When you get two people that's doing this and they ain't looking back, it's a wrap. It's clearly a wrap.
Due to what you say just now, that doesn't work in every instance. Maybe it does, but it doesn't work in every instance. Why? It depends on what is causing the relationship to break apart.
Yeah, but it takes one or both parties to identify that and correct it.
Is everything correct? Can everything be corrected in a relationship to bring it back together?
It depends on the people involved.
Facts.
What's a deal breaker to one couple
That's facts.
is not a deal breaker to another couple.
That's facts. That's facts right there. Some people is emotionally strong enough to mend some things that others couldn't even think about mending.
Yeah.
People are unique creatures. Some people tolerance level is super high, while some people tolerance level is very low. It's like a person that goes to the bar and drink 2 beers and get drunk, and a person that go to the bar and take 10 shots and still able to drive home safely with no problems. Some people tolerance level is crazy.
And let's take it a step further, not just tolerance levels. Everybody has different triggers, you know? What triggers one person, another person would brush off as a joke or as laughable. What makes another person, sends another person to the psychiatric home, the other person, it has no effect on them. And so when you put two couples together, you can never compare the two and say, you know, is this a deal breaker for you?
Give us some examples. Elaborate on that a little bit more.
So for example, one man may not be able to be married to a woman that his mother don't like, right? That may be an absolute deal breaker for that man. If my mama don't like you, I don't care how fly you are, cute, how compatible we are, how much we have in common, how much I love you, it ain't going down. Another man may say, he may be able to compartmentalize. I love my mama, I love my wife. Two separate entities. My mama don't like my wife, but guess what? We gonna make it work when it work. When it don't work, I'll keep the two separate and life goes on. And he may not think twice about it. Another example, cheating. And
before you say that, before you get into that, I want to say something that I want to inject something right in there. You just put two good things apart.
Okay.
As a man, sometimes that has a woman and a mother, and this has nothing to do with what we're really talking about.
Oh, so we taking a detour.
So we taking a small detour. We're gonna get back.
We gotta let you guys know when we're detouring.
For a man, this is probably just only for a man that has a mother and has a woman. Sometimes a lot of men can't find that middle ground to be a good son to their mom or to be a good husband to their wife. It's always conflicting.
Yeah, because, and not to interrupt you, babe, but the Bible says honor your parents. The Bible also says a man will leave his parents to find his wife. So they're both important, but how do you find that middle ground? Yeah. And that's a whole nother vlog, probably.
We're gonna do a full vlog on that. All right, keeping the flow going with the previous. You were saying that some people tolerance level towards certain things a little bit higher. You were going to get into one person might be able to cheat or whatever it is. So next one, Jenna.
So we actually talked about this in our previous vlog, and if you did not check out our vlog about cheating, I'll put it right up here. But yeah, some people may say, okay, once you cheat on me, it's over, it's a wrap. Another person may think cheating is an opportunity to strengthen the relationship. Cheating may be an opportunity for us to fight for something and actually strengthen what we have and prove that we believe in what we signed up for, right? One person may view cheating as a weakness. Forgiving cheating as a weakness. Oh, you forgive a cheater, you're weak. You're scared to be alone. Another person may view it as, oh, you forgive a cheater, you're strong. You're summoning everything inside of you to fight the urge to walk away. Life is about perspectives.
Yes.
And everybody has a different one, so.
Yeah. And some people would say once, there is no respect in the relationship no more. Once the trust is gone, all of these things. Some people tolerance level is really low for certain things. So they will say, well, once we lose trust in each other, or once we lose trust, then it can't be rebuilt. There's no relationship. Some people would say, once the respect is out the window, then hey, it don't make no sense no more, because we ain't gonna be walking around here calling out each other's name or doing certain things or acting a fool when it comes on to certain things. So it all depends on your tolerance, as Jay just let you guys know. It all depends on your tolerance and what you can tolerate. And it's not just only your tolerance, it's your partner's tolerance as well. Because you can think of life from your perspective. Not because you do certain things you want your partner to swallow that as well. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. As a team, y'all have to know each other so well to a point where you know that what the other person will tolerate and what the other person won't tolerate. So, when it's all said and done, if it's worth fighting for, fight. If it's not worth fighting for, get out of there before things
get out of hand.
Crazy.
And only you know if your relationship is worth fighting for. Because you're in it. Exactly. Nobody's in it but you and your partner. Not your mama, not your cousin, not your bestie. We're not in your relationship. You're in it. So only you know if it's worth fighting for. But you know when something brings out the best in you and when something brings out the worst in you. Now, if you want a personal opinion, my opinion on when a relationship is over is when that relationship brings out the worst in you on a regular, consistent basis. When the respect is gone. That person does not respect you at all and you're being treated very poorly. When you can't communicate. Now, there's different styles of communication. You will find times with your partner where your communication style is different and maybe you guys don't see things the same way. But you should still be able to come to a meeting of the minds.
Have conversations.
Or just have conversations and agree to disagree.
Most definitely.
If you're dealing with somebody that refuses to communicate, to me, there is no relationship, because a relationship needs grounds to stand on, and that ground consists of communication as far as I'm concerned.
Most definitely.
What about you? What's your opinion on when a relationship?
I think we have the same view, but I want people to understand that both male and female. I want you to value yourself, know what you're worth. Because if you don't know what you're worth, then the other person will walk over your ass.
Know your worth, or you'll settle for anything.
Exactly. So you gotta know where you're worth, and with that you can move things around. You know what to take, what not to take. If you don't know what you're worth, then the other person will convince you that, oh, you know, they could do whatever it is. You know, once they're with you, that's okay. And that's not all life is. You know your worth. You know, and that will let you know what to stand for, what to forgive, what to move past, and you know when to separate when you think, I'm worth more than this, so I ain't gotta sit down and take this. So that's what it is.
And the final say, I would say, how not to break up with a Jamaican man or any woman. Don't go cheat and then let that be how you end the relationship. Oh, by the way, I got somebody new anyway.
Nah.
That's trifling.
Don't let that man walk. Don't let that man walk in and see another man in his bed. Don't do none of them shenanigans.
Just tell
That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Once you come to the conclusion that it's over, communicate that to the other person. Make it clear. As we mentioned earlier, no mixed signals. Be assertive. Be consistent in your decision before you decide to move forward.
And respectfully, y'all both came together, so you shouldn't be separating disrespectfully. When I say that as what Jay just said. Don't, cheating on your man or whatever it is, or bringing somebody else in a relationship is not the way to separate. Y'all didn't come in the relationship like that. Don't exit like that. Y'all came in with respect. Y'all came in with one common goal. It didn't work. You don't have to break out of it like, on the worst terms. Yeah. Sometimes two people will pack it up, come to an agreement like, what, it's not working, whatever the situation is, and y'all can separate so peacefully, it's ridiculous. And I've seen people separated be, not saying best friends, but able to, move in the same rooms, move in the same spaces, have conversations still, even though it was what it was. Just because
the respect was never deteriorated.
Tampered with.
Yeah.
The respect wasn't tampered with. So, you have people that are in relationships, that work in the same places, that go in the same place, that move around in the same circle, that separated so well that you can never tell that those people were together because of the respect that they had for each other and the mutual understanding that they had when the breakup happened, that they can move around in the same places and they can operate in the same world without it being awkward, without it being a controversy, without it being disrespectful. So yeah.
And last but not least, I do want to say I am a believer in cold turkey. That might be controversial, but you guys let me know in the comment section. Do you believe in cold turkey, or do you believe that after a breakup you should still remain amicable and be friends with that person and keep open lines of communication? Personally, I think that blurs the boundaries.
I believe in a cold turkey.
I believe in cold turkey.
I believe in a cold turkey too. Because I see them exes, sometimes when you separate with a person, the future that, they never want, they kind of hang around a little bit just to see if you're going to do better than them.
Yeah, and then what if the person that's meant for you comes into your space? You haven't even created space for that person because your past is still lingering.
Yeah.
So cold turkey.
It's not even cold turkey, it's just a clean break.
Yeah, just chop it out.
It's a clean break. Sometimes it's good to have a clean break with nothing lingering, because I don't think the person that you separated with all the time has your best interest or cares about you that much to kind of just stand their distance and whatever it is. Sometimes they're there for malicious reasons and malicious purposes, and they don't have your best interest. So why would you keep them around? For them to be messy, for them to
sabotage you,
to sabotage what you got going on. So yeah, sometimes a clean break is the best break. And there you go again.
So yeah, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Also, we have been getting your emails, and we just want to say, if it's taking us a couple days to get to you, it's not personal. Literally, we have a lot of emails from you guys, and also we have a newborn, in case you haven't met Kingston.
Yeah, man.
So basically, it takes us some time to get to those emails, but we understand that some of you guys have immediate situations that you need an answer to. So we're trying out Let us know if you're having issues with that, because I don't have too much experience with it, but we're giving it a try. So connect with us there, and then you should have the option to chat with us immediately.
Most definitely.
To get an immediate answer to your immediate
definitely.
questions.
Like, share, subscribe, and you know,
comment.
Yeah, you can comment. Check out the PayPal app. Send donation if you come to the test. You know what it is. It's a channel, and you know it takes a lot to keep it up and running, regardless of whatever it is.
Absolutely.
So you know, like, share, spread the word out there. You know it go already.
Yeah, guys.
Big up on yourself now. ojmerge again, and now we out. Boom. Are you me lover, you me want to be my only chick. Girl, give me your finger, me have to put a ring on it. Night nurse, me addicted to your nightly trick. Never get a loving like this, like this.